means by avoiding me.
All right. So, Charlie, when are you going to stop playing the tough cop act and just start listening to what I'm saying?
As soon as you start saying something that I can buy. Regardless of what Irene said, you should have known better than to break the law.
Okay, I didn't think it through.
See, I don't know, Ruby, maybe you did. Maybe you thought that if you got caught, you would have Irene as an excuse.
I didn't need an excuse because I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, let's say you were buying it for me as a gift. Why didn't you just ask Irene to get it?
Ask an alcoholic to go into a bottle shop and buy me a bottle of wine. Gee, that's an awesome idea, Charlie. Why didn't I think of that?
Fair enough. What about someone else? Leah, Bianca, any other adult, instead of getting your teenage mate to buy it for you? Exactly. Ruby, you lied to me about Liam, you lied to me about getting drunk, and now this. I don't know what's going on. Is this still all about Liam, or is there something else in your life?
No. And since I'm such a liar, why do you even bother asking me? Just give me my punishment, Charlie, and get over and done with.
Well, I prefer to see it as a solution. From now on, you're going to be living here with me full-time, and I'm not taking my eyes off you.
I'm really sorry, Dad.
I do not want to hear any more apologies, Indy.
Well, I don't know what else to do when you're giving me the silent treatment.
I'm not giving you the silent treatment.
You haven't spoken to me since this happened. What would you call them?
Waiting until I can talk to you without losing my temper. I am extremely disappointed in you, Indy. You know, I thought the days of you pulling this sort of stunt were over.
They are. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have trusted Ruby. It won't happen again.
This isn't about Ruby. You broke the rules all by yourself. Ruby is Charlie's problem. And as I can no longer trust you, you're mine. So what do you think? Did I go in too hard?
Well, she was remorseful from the start, and I always think that's a good sign.
Yeah, you're right.
And you do believe her, don't you? I mean, she did think it was for Charlie.
Yes, I do. Why do I never know what to do in these things?
Because you're scared, and you did tell me that Indy was a bit of a wild child when she was younger.
Yeah, but still, I went about it completely the wrong way. I mean, she probably feels I'll never trust her again.
You just got to learn to find a happy medium when you're disciplining her, that's all.
Yeah, but how?
Well, nobody really knows how. I'm sure that's part of the fun of parenting.
There's no fun here. I hate not knowing what to do. No, and she and I were making such progress. I feel I'm back to square one.
Look, why don't you just tell her everything that you've told me? Tell her that you love her and you don't know what you're doing and you overreacted. And also tell her that she's grounded for a week or something. What? What?
Oh, you just always seem to know how to say the right thing.
Oh, well, as long as you remember that, I'm sure we're going to get along just fine.
The problem with a licensing breach like this is it reflects badly on the club as a whole.
Well, do you think the committee might terminate my lease?
Yeah, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I can't believe this has happened so early in the cycle.
Well, mate, you're doing your best, you know. You can't be everywhere at once, can you? I mean, you tried that and you nearly gave yourself a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, but it looks slack. Now, I've barely been open a month and I'm already in trouble with the law.
Well, the best thing you can do is make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, it won't happen again. I'm not going to take my eye off the ball for a second. Excuse me? Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Yeah, we can meet you both. All right, I'll see you soon. That was Charlie. Constable Watson wants to have a chat with us later about what happened last night.
Yeah. Well, she might go easy on you. How did you get on when you were working together?
Not that great.
Hey, Indy. I'm sorry I got you into trouble.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I told them it wasn't your fault.
The bell's gone. I have to go.
Hey, Bruce. Look, I heard about last night.
Oh, good. That's what I need, those school knowing.
No, I just heard it from Bianca. And she only told me because she's worried about you.
Yeah, isn't that nice of her?
Bruce, what's going on?
What's going on is that a so-called friend of mine told Charlie something he promised to keep to himself, and now something that should have been really small has blown up in my face.
If you're referring to getting drunk and coming over the other night, I'm sorry, but I don't call that really small.
It was a one-off. It is no big deal, and just because you can't handle your alcohol, it doesn't mean the rest of the world can't.
That attitude is exactly why I had to say something.
I'm not going to throw the book at you. It's the first offence for these premises and there were extenuating circumstances.
So we get an official warning.
Extended to both Angela's and the surf club.
Well, that seems justifiable.
Indy will be fined, though.
Well, she gets a fine and I don't. That doesn't work.
But she's the one who did it.
But I'm her employer. You know, if anyone deserves a fine, it's me.
You didn't tell her to sell the grog, mate.
No, Alf, but I'm responsible.
Word of this is going to get around, Angelo, and if Indy's seen to have gotten away with it, it sends a really bad message.
That's a good point. I reckon if we can get off with a caution, we ought to take it and run. Young Indy's got to learn from her own mistakes.
Hey, Indy. I heard you were down here. So how are you?
Would you stop stalking me?
Indy, I'm not stalking you. I'm just trying to explain.
What, that the wine was never for your mum and you were lying to me all along?
No, I swear I never lied to you.
Don't bother denying it. Do you know how much trouble I'm in? Angela is probably going to get fined. My job's in danger. Dad isn't talking to me. And I'll probably get charged by the police.
Well, I tried to apologise.
I never would have done it if I knew you were going to drink it. You knew that and you lied to me. Very stupid fault for believing you in the first place. You know, I thought we could be friends, but friends don't do that to each other. I hope it was worth it for you.
The way Sergeant Buckton came barging in here, spouting her accusations, she's got a nerve.
That's for Liam, love.
You should have given her a piece of your mind, especially as you only took Ruby in out of the goodness of your heart.
I'll take it myself.
Personally, I reckon she's blaming you because she feels guilty about not being able to control her own daughter.
Oh, and please, will you give it a rest? There's people waiting.
Let me guess, Ruby's drinking? Yeah, I heard.
Charlie's put her foot down. She's insisting that Ruby go back and live with her permanently.
She's blaming you for it?
Well, love, it did happen on my watch. And it was me that put the idea of the bottle of wine in the girl's head in the first place.
But she told her to buy it herself.
Of course not. But after all these years of raising teenagers, you'd think I would have read the signs.
If you're responsible, I'd know that makes me. Jeez, I should have said something about Ruby's drinking a whole lot earlier.
Sorry to interrupt a little self-pity competition, but am I the only one who thinks Ruby's the one at fault here? I mean, Liam, you're an idiot and you've handled things badly from the start, but the bottom line is Ruby's the one who did this. She deliberately went out and got drunk and now she's not taking responsibility for her actions. And why should she, when everyone else is doing it for her? So could you two please stop feeling sorry for yourselves? It's getting really boring.
Hey, Indy. Indy. Wait, I want to talk to you.
Oh, so now you want to talk to me?
I know you're upset, okay? I'm trying to explain to you why I was so angry.
Look, I already know I am a massive stuff-up without you pointing it out again, so if you could just save your abuse for some other time.
Indy, that's not what...
I'm going to Romeo's.
No toothpick?
No, I'm actually out of stock. I can always pop down to the diner and get some more if you find it that attractive.
Do you think I really care?
Oh, you care. You proved that today at lunchtime and in the morning.
What are you talking about?
Oh, your harsh but fair words in regards to Ruby. I've just been thinking about me quite a lot.
Not at all. I just believe in people getting what they deserve.
Right. So you deserve to spend the next 2 weeks with me every afternoon?
Nobody deserves that.
That is absolutely idiotic.
It is my business, therefore my decision.
Sure, but it's not your surf club, mate. You are our tenant.
You will not get caught in the crossfire. Angelo's operates independently from the surf club.
What's going on, guys?
Just try and talk some sense into him, will you?
I've decided to take the matter to court and plead the case.
Are you serious?
That's exactly what I said.
Why would you do that?
Because I think I've got a good chance of clearing Indy and the restaurant.
He's sticking his neck out for a kid that knew she was doing the wrong thing all the way along the line.
Indy thought she was selling alcohol for the consumption by an adult. Now, it's a stupid mistake, but it's not the same as knowingly selling it for the consumption by a minor.
But you can't prove her intentions.
I think I can convince the magistrate to believe her. Let us both off without recording a conviction.
Angelo, a compliance notice is hardly worth taking the risk of being slapped with something far worse.
Sorry, but I disagree.
You know as well as I do how these things work. If you go to court and you can't convince the magistrate, you could end up with a maximum penalty.
Yeah, I know.
Then you know it's not worth it. You could lose your liquor licence or face thousands of dollars of fines or even go to jail for 12 months. Is that really worth the risk?
Yes. Yes, I think it is.
Next time on Home and Away.
We need to talk to you. Sure. It's about the picnic. What the hell is going on? Good question. If you only knew how thin the ice is that you're skating on.
What am I going to do about my dad?
Kind of scares me. He hasn't mentioned my name at all.
He hasn't mentioned my sex life, if that's what you mean.
This is punishment, not a date. But I can see how you confuse the two.
Was that the first kiss you've had since that other guy?
Next.
How did I compare?
Can we get on with this? Because the sooner I'm out of here and away from you, the better.
People make mistakes. They shouldn't have to spend the rest of their lives dealing with it.
You can't let her go unpunished, mate. I think you know that.
Missed an episode of Home and Away? Or just want to see it again? Catch up online at Yahoo 7 TV. Just click +7.